to build on that, again, Daniel and Joe Daniel, you guys have worked with many different manufacturers, the strategics that are looking to make the acquisitions, as well as the startups and the small companies. So from your perspective, how does this relate?
Well, I want to take a moment to compliment Xander and wish, very nice to say that we will require robust quality systems. I think just having a quality system would be it's just tough enough for some folks. So I appreciate raising the bar for what we're discussing here. Uh, and yes, this is absolutely no. Now, obviously, as FDA, we don't really get in the way of talking about the any of the finances or the strategy requiring in all this. But we do, of course, are what we are interested in is the system that gets a product to market, because the control and the ability to have knowledge management and strength behind what's being understood for clinical purpose that ultimately leads to patient benefit are are absolutely clear. And to be fair, there's already a lot going on when you intend to start up a medical device of or any regulated industry, but really for a medical device, there's so much knowledge to know. It can be very daunting without a very good group of people. Uh, by doing something like this, and this is where the clearinghouse came in and saw this as a very unique opportunity. What this does is it does bring a great question to the front. Does it make sense to look more at implementing digital design early for the purposes of just advancing health overall? And then watching this as we go through this and future webinars, of course. We're very much looking forward to see how this plays out.
And now build on what Daniel just talked about, that making that decision early. The more strategics we talk to, and the more startups and incubators that we talk to, it is a timing decision, and those strategics really look for companies. I applaud JuneBrain and Sam and Xander for your decision to make this decision early, because just listening to your story of being around for 7 years and things like that, you've had to make some very strategic decisions about where to apply your investments. And I think I'll call it a bold decision to invest in a digital system early, but it demonstrates the value that others can learn from that. Not only does it recognize from an agency perspective that you're on that right track, you're on that right pathway, you seem to understand the value of technology early on, you're willing to make that investment, whether it's directly or through funding, but you're making that investment in time and commitment. And a lot of companies, those startups and incubators are probably at that same decision phase, but they may decide to do something else. And so there's always this value-based decision, and you guys have certainly made that value-based decision. And we're starting to hear more and more about what strategics are looking for, and then the if not when decisions that some of these incubators and startups need to make. And so, working with MDIC, these startups can get access to not just within quality, but making decisions on any other activity within their system, right? So use of tools and cybersecurity and things like that, that there's value in making those decisions and investments early, because of all of the things that you've addressed in terms of increased competitiveness, increased in multiples and things like that. So whether you're choosing to do it on your own and you want to be successful in marketing and market access of your product, or you're looking for an acquisition, people are going to look at you differently when you've made the decision, you've made the commitment, and you recognize the value of a quality system. And I like what Xander mentioned, that robust quality system. Not many people think about a robust quality system. Good is good enough, but sometimes if you really are making that investment, the more robust you can be, the more value you'll get out of it. So I think that's a great message.
Yeah, great